Welcome to Rust. I'm just kidding. I'm not Blueprint. Today we're going to talk about the new updates that have been released on April 4th, 2024. They have some new harbor, as you can see right here, and the other harbor is very similar but different in its own way. Then there's updates to the oil right here. We'll check that out. And there's a new TC skin that I think you only have, or you can only buy it. So, well, yeah, and of course the minigun. But let's check out the TC first. It's pretty nice. You can see through it kind of. The back of it is like open. It's like old computers in there. It's pretty neat. And then on the front of it, it tells you how many hours you have left as far as decaying. And it looks bigger than the original TC, but it's not. It is the same width or the same depth and the same width, as you can see. So it's the same thing, it's just a different skin. And it tells you on the outside how many days left you have. And if there's nothing in there, then it'll say decaying. It'll say how many blocks you have, how many doors. So it's pretty cool. It's nice, but again, I think this is a purchase item only, so you will have to purchase the skin. Next on the agenda is the minigun. Now this thing is super overpowered, but they kind of nerfed it a little bit, I guess. As you can see, it does 38 damage per shot. The accuracy is 2. I guess 1 is best. I don't know. The recoil is 1.0. Fire rate is 600, I guess, rounds per second. And the range is 263 meters, which I feel like is way too far. As you can see, there are no attachment dots, so you cannot put attachments onto this. Now, in order to fire it, it has to spin up, and it takes a second, but not very long. But it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely overpowered. You cannot put explosive ammo or incendiary or high velocity ammo in it. And the only way to reload it is with a tier 2 TC. So you have to be within the area of the TC. I guess tier 3 will work too. But you hit the reload, and it looks like they didn't add the name properly. But you hit reload and it reloads. But again, you can't put incendiary, the HV. That will not work as well. And then the incendiary, as shown. But of course, the regular 5.56 does work, obviously, and it will hold 300 rounds. Pretty crazy. Now, you can add this to the turret on the attack helicopter, where you can put 6 rows of 128, so you can reload it a few times, I guess, through the passenger, because the driver cannot fire this. You must have a passenger. You can see the screen popped on the passenger seat. We'll try to switch to the passenger real quick. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. I guess you control it with the Atari controller. Yeah, I can't get there quick enough. But I'm pretty sure it's pretty fun and unique to be firing this on people while you're flying around. All right, this only comes in the oil or the Chinook crates. So let's open up 10 and see how many miniguns we get out of 10. Number 3, bunch of garbage. Number 4, so far we got 2 AKs out of 4. I guess let's grab these. That way we can see. 3 AKs, 1 C4, 4 AKs, 3 bolties, 1 minigun. Yeah, these crates seem to suck. But out of 10 crates, we got 4 AKs, 3 bolties, 2 explosives, 1 C4. And I think there was another. Let's see, where's it at? There it is. The M. I forget what that thing's even called. All right, so 1 out of 10, we got a minigun. All right, so let's try it again. See if we have better odds. We got 2 C4. Nothing. And nothing. And we got a rocket. And 1 Explo. These crates are garbage. We got 2 bolties. We got another M4 shotgun. An L9 and 1. See, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know what the odds are. Because out of 20, we got 1. So that kind of sucks. But I would say that's kind of good because this thing is so overpowered and it's a rare item. So you don't you don't have 200 people walking around with miniguns. Of course, you're going to have roof campers. Now, I don't think that it will be in the elite boxes, so I placed down 20 of them. Let's see if there are any in these. Okay, so no miniguns from the elite cases. Okay, can we craft it? Let's see. Nope, you cannot make this out of scrap, so you cannot craft it. Can you repair it? You cannot repair it. So That's another thing that's good, because again, we don't want half the server roaming around with miniguns. To me, this is something that you have at home at your base in case you're getting raided or you want to take heli down. That's pretty much it. I don't see this being a weapon that you just take to roam around, because once you're out of your 300 rounds, you can't reload it. So it's pretty cool though. Let's check out the next update. One thing I forgot to mention is you can still put the storage adapters on the front and the top, and that's it. Just like the original TC. You can now align your electrical components with each other, so it makes it really nice. You just hold down shift, and as you can see, I can't move it side to side, but I can move it up and down, and then I put it to the side and it locks to it. I can move it side to side, but I cannot move it up and down. So that makes that really nice. And another thing, these electrical components do not use one rust watt anymore. Like the splitter and the branch, they don't use one rust watt. So if you have 15 rust watts passing through the branch, then 15 rust watts will come out of the branch. So it makes it a lot nicer. I just wish that they would set the igniter to no decay. That's the only thing. Okay, next let's go check out oil and see how that has changed. Hop in the attack chopper and head on over. Oh, and my flying has gotten better. I've done some practicing. Okay, let's see how much damage this minigun will do. Again, you have to spin it up. And if you hold the spin up, after a time, it will quit spinning. So you can't just like infinitely, why can't I speak? Infinitely hold the spin up. All right, let's check out oil. Okay, here on small oil on level 3, you have an extra room, like an office, and it has the computers with the um, with cameras. So you can sit in here and watch the cameras while your team is on the oil, and then basically you can call out where you see other people. And then there's a vent that runs to another room that leads out 2 different directions on level 3, obviously. Or I guess it's level 2. I don't know. Yeah, it's level 3. And then if you open this door, you can go down and down again. Ouch. And down one more time. You open this door, and now we have like we're underwater. And you can swim in from underwater into the oil rig, which is kind of crazy because it makes it really hard to defend. You can have counters come up through there, and it's just, I think it makes it really hard to defend. But it's in the center, and it's just like a kind of like underwater labs. You just swim up to the pool, and you can get right in. Now, the bottom scientist apparently can still see you, so you would probably have to come up from the backside. But still, I think this is I mean, it's cool, but I don't like it. I think it makes it really hard to defend. Anyway, large oil is basically the same, has the same setup. Level 3, shit. I'm an idiot. Um, it has the pool that you can swim into and then go up this and go up to the top or go to level 3. And it seems like they set the ladders the way they did. That way, you can't just sit up top and shoot. I mean, you kind of can, but from the very top, you can't see all the way down to the bottom. So I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be really hard to counter or really hard to defend from counters. All right, let's go check out the um, the new harbor. As we fly up, you can see that there's kind of like an island out there. Everything is pretty much the same except for this island, and they have a bridge. Let's see if I can land this without destroying it. I did okay. But you still have your blue card room, or I guess your green card room, where you get your blue card. And then, everything looks fairly the same. Let's go ahead and put no clip on. That way we can fly around. Doesn't look like you can get inside any of these. This all looks the same over here. You can still get into this building. But yeah, for the most part, the harbor is the same except for the island. I mean, if that's what you want to call it. And the cranes have a different skin. And you are able to uh, go up the ladder that's inside of them. Whereas before, the ladder was on the external and you could not. And you can jump up there and walk across. And they've got a little rope ladder where you need to do a little jump and then a ladder to take you back up, or you can drop down here. And then there's zip lines from the top of that building to here. right here is where the tugboat spawns. And there's another one over here. And this building, you cannot go inside. There are like military crates and regular crates. But as you can see, you can't go inside. There's nothing inside of the building. It might be good for later updates. And the barbed wire does hurt. Barbed wire. Then here's a bridge. This bridge will rotate when the cargo ship comes in. At least that's what was shown in the test server, Facepunch's official test server. I'm not sure if that part was actually added, but we'll try to figure that out once cargo spawns. And maybe I can spawn it myself. I don't know. I will have to look that up. But yeah, there's some crates. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot. I just don't feel like there's a reason to come over here because there's nothing really that important. There's nothing, crazy. No good crates. If there was, an elite crate or two, then it might be worth coming over here. But I feel like you expose yourself way too much. And I'm sure, the first month, everybody's going to be there checking it out. But after that, I don't feel like, a lot of people are really going to be hanging out here and there probably won't be much PvP, maybe initially, but there's nothing here. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it because you expose yourself way too much. Yeah, and so when the ship comes in here, those cranes are supposedly they move. So who knows? And then you can get inside of the shipping containers that get transported onto the cargo. But who knows? All right, this is large, and again, it's the same thing. You go up through the bottom. And we're on level 3 again. And of course, you have doors that bring you out here. And the other door's right here. And then you have your vent that takes you to the little office where it does have the computer station. I mean, if you're on a PvP server and somebody has one of these and you're stuck in the open, you have zero chance. You're dead. All right, let's go in here and activate the Chinook for the heavies. Now this is what I want you to see because this is just insane. All right, here comes the heavies, and as you can see, some of them have the minigun. There's 3 of them right there. And then what the hell is that? I didn't realize they were adding a flamethrower, and it's called the military flamethrower. So that's pretty crazy. Look at that thing. Look how far it shoots. That's insane. So on oil, there's no place to hide. When the heavies come at you, you cannot hide. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. feel like they made this way too hard because most people go up here and hide on the crane. No, there's no hiding because that flamethrower guy comes around and you're toast. So oil is going to be very, very hard. It is once the heavies come out, you're running, ducking, and jumping because there is no more hiding. Hiding is a thing of the past. Okay, I'm back over on small rig. They're bugged, but I mean, look at this shit. As soon as I walk up the stairs, I'm just instantly just destroyed. Obviously, I have God mode on, but it's like, and it doesn't seem like the fire hurts, themselves. I mean, this is just insane. You are not fighting these guys one-on-one, head-on. You're gonna shoot and run, and shoot and run. It's just, that's insane. That's just stupid. These guys are definitely OP. Overpowered. That's just crazy. Oh yeah, and they don't give you anything better. It's the same crappy loot. Yeah, look at the shitty flamethrower. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Here's the shitty flamethrower. And here's the military flamethrower. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. All right, let's find cargo and see what has changed with that. All right, so I've played around with this and I'm able to spawn cargo, but I can't seem to get it to go into the harbor. Excuse me. I don't know if there's like a command for cargo event. I don't know. I can't find one on Google. I've tried, but I can't get cargo to go into the harbor. So maybe that wasn't added. I don't know. I even tried to spawn one right here and nothing. It comes out. So I don't know. Maybe maybe this part hasn't been added yet. Because it's supposed to pull in here and then the cranes will pick up shipping containers and put them onto the ship, and you can hide in the shipping container so that way you can like sneak onto cargo, according to the test server, the Facepunch official test server. But maybe this part of the add-on or part of the update wasn't added yet. Maybe they just have some bugs they need to work out. As you can see, I put it right here and it gets out of it. It's like it no clips. But one thing I know for sure is, as we can see, they added doors to the side of cargo. It's kind of crazy. So you can sneak into the bottom level of cargo, and I guess it just makes it a little bit harder to counter, or not counter, but defend, and easier to counter. I don't know. But I think it's pretty cool. Because I feel like as a defender, if you're on cargo, you own it. It's really easy to defend as it is, and these doors that go into the bottom level, they may help with countering cargo. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm just flying around seeing if I can find other things that have changed, but I don't see anything different. Everything else looks the same. I was seeing if you can get inside of any of these containers, but obviously you cannot. But I guess the only change to the ship would be the doors on the side. So now you can climb up the ladder and get into it, into the lower level of it, instead of having to come directly up on the deck. All right, so the last update will be Bradley. Once you get it down to a certain level, a certain HP, then scientists will jump out of it. I think it's like 4, maybe 5 scientists. They'll jump out and help defend. Now, these scientists are not, overpowered or anything. They're just regular, the blue scientists. And the flamethrower does 0 damage to it. It sounds like it, but it doesn't do anything. So here's the blue scientists that pop out of it. I think once it's down to like 1/3 HP, then the scientists pop out. But yeah, it makes taking Bradley, a little bit harder because you got 4 scientists shooting at you as well. So I think this is a pretty good add-on though. On modded servers like PvE servers, this is a mod, and it's pretty common for scientists to jump out and try to counter. So anyway, this is the last update that I have found. There might be more, I don't know. And I don't know how or where to get the military flamethrower. I don't think I saw it in the Chinook crates, or the oil crates, whatever you want to call them. Don't think I saw it in there, so maybe you can't get it, or maybe it's a super rare item. I don't know. But I have not come across one of them in the crates. Okay, let's see if we can craft this thing. And no, you cannot create this out of scrap. Can we repair it? Yes, we can. Alright, so if you do manage to get one, then you can repair it. Now let's see what kind of damage it does. I mean, it looks like it's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, it's eating it up quick. But it uses a lot of low grade really fast. It looks like it shoots through the wall, so there's somebody on the other side. That's not good. It definitely eats up It definitely eats up the fuel quickly. It's like the wind is blowing it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And it doesn't stick like a Molotov does. I don't know. Maybe you got to stand back a certain amount of time, excuse me, a certain amount of space, feet. It just seems like it would take way too long and a lot of fuel. Yeah, I feel like the wind is just blowing it out. I don't know. It's weird. There we go. Yeah, and it seems like it shoots through the wall. See, like, you see that? That's crazy. If somebody else is on the other side, it's gonna mess them up. I mean, maybe. I can't really test that theory. Let's see if it shoots through the armored. I mean, it looks like it does. That's bug. I'm not sure if it will actually damage somebody standing on the other side, but yeah, that just doesn't seem right. Let's see if it's been added to the tech tree, and it's not on tier 3, so I would say probably not. Let's see. It's not on tier 2. There's the original. Yeah, I don't think you can get a hold of this thing, or if you do, it's like a super rare item. It seems like the minigun's pretty rare too, but who knows? All right, well, this is something I've been working on, and I'll go more into it in a different video, but this is just a bonus for the end of this video. What it is, it's basically a mechanical vending machine, and you bring your own components, and then for the use of my, auto crafter, I charge a fee. So you put in all your components for the like an AK, and then I charge 200 scrap. And so now it's processing. It's basically counting, making sure that you put in all the correct amounts. And like for instance, this is inside of a building, and you have your drop box outside. All right, and now it's crafting. So all the stuff transferred from that box into the processing box, and then into the crafting. I don't have something right here because it's not even crafting yet. I don't think I have the timer set correctly. Yeah, it's set for 10. It needs to be like 60, 58 seconds. Okay. Now, when it's done crafting, then it'll kick it into this box, and let's check the time on this. And then the done sign will light up. So you basically have a building with the crafting, the auto crafting, the tier 3 or whatever, the tier 2, whatever your vending machine is selling. you have that inside the building, and then you put your like neon signs outside, and you can even set up a timer where it would count down. But I think this is pretty cool. I don't know why the sign's not shutting off. There we go. But you just put in what is required to craft the AK, which is one what do you call those things? The SMG body or rifle body. One rifle body, 4 springs, 200 wood, and 50 high quality metal. And now it's just going to sit there. It's not going to leave. It's not going to go anywhere until you put the 200 scrap in there, or until all those items are there. Now, once it starts processing, it's because this conveyor right here has set for these amounts. It will only start drawing out of that box unless these amounts are found in that box, these items and at these amounts. And then this one is drawing in the components to craft the AK. And then the auto crafter sucks them in. And then once all the items are there, then it will just start crafting. And I've got it set up to where the signs will pop on. Excuse me. But yeah, this is just something I've been working on. I figured we can, or I can make like a bring your own components vending machine, and I'll charge you 200 scrap or whatever. You can put, 200 or 1,000 sulfur, or, it doesn't matter. You don't even have to charge if you don't want to. But this is something I've been working on and trying to perfect, and I feel like I've got it working pretty good. And then, as you see, once it's done crafting, this conveyor is going to pass through, and it's going to send a signal to the neon sign to come on. It actually sends a signal to the switch or the timer. This right here is what I'm working on now. I'm going to put like better checks, because as it is right now, basically you can throw your shit in here or whatever's required, and then once it starts drawing it through, because it recognizes that all these items are there, then somebody can actually just pull the scrap back out of it. Let me show you. Okay, so now it started, we can pull the scrap out, and now it's going to now it was confused, as you see right there. It kicked that sign on and off. It got confused, but it continued on with the process. So it's going to craft the AK, and it only sucked in 60 scrap, and the rest of the scrap you were able to snatch it real quick. So it's kind of cheating, or you're breaking the vending machine. So what I'm working on now is how to fix that, to put like a second set of checks, and then if there's a problem, it's going to pop up with like an error neon sign. It'll say error, or don't try to cheat me, because that's the only reason why that error would pop up, if somebody's trying to cheat the system here. So on the other side of this wall, I am trying to figure out a way to set it up to where it goes through each item individually and checks individually, and then we'll make a video about it. But anyway, I got nothing else to say. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the watch, or the views, everybody watching, the subscribers. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Peace out. Later.